Hello guys, welcome Berlin BBs, Cam Models, Cam Land, all of you guys out there. This is Taja Ethereal from Berlin Models, and we are doing a behind the scenes cam model, Camroom, I don't know, not tutorial, but like just kind of like showing you guys the little things like technology and things that you can do to make, your cam space work for you. Because one of the things that I get a lot of questions about what do I use for my videos and my clips and so forth. And it's just easier to show you what I have going on and with lighting. So here it is. This is my camera. I'm a firm believer that if you like your cam space, you like the area that you work out of, you are more likely to, spend more time in that space, and you'll be more creative and pleasant and inspired because it's your space that you worked for. So I also use this for streaming. I do my video clips out of here. I also do YouTube videos. So I also have like a vanity in here for makeup and all kinds of things. So this is just a quick slow round of what's going on in here. And I'm going to try to explain these things to the best of my abilities. So, all right, let's see. How do we start? We have here, this is like an OG ring light from Newer. One of the ones that you'll have to if you want to switch it from white light to like tungsten light, you have to switch it out to the filters on it. And I still use it. I love it, but I have it turned way down because I like that glow. And one of the questions that I get a lot is like, how do you have that illuminating glow where it's like you have pinks and you have like purples bouncing off of your face and so forth? And I mean, this kind of helps with the glow, but obviously not with the colors because it's not an RGB. But like this one right now is like $67. Comes with a stand, a tripod, and all that stuff. And yeah, I still like it for filler lights. But a newer one right here, you notice how the color shifted from that to that? Hopefully it picks up. I'm doing this on my Pixel 5. That right there, you can't really tell, but I have it set. It's an RGB light. It's also by Newer. And it has, like right now, what I like to call a cotton candy effect. It's set to like pinks and soft blues and a few whites, but it just has like a really nice, beautiful tint on it. So that one's a little more expensive. It's the most, one of the newer ring lights that Newer makes. But of course, there are other ones that are out on the market right now. This one does not come with a remote control, which is kind of annoying, but I felt like this was the better one because some of the other ones were like Chinese knockoffs. They had an app you had to put on your phone. And one that I got in particular, I'm going to list all this stuff in the description box and down below. But one of the biggest problems I had was that the app wasn't up to date. It didn't coordinate with the light. And then there's the remote, had its own set of software. So I had to return it, and then I got this one. So this is an RGB lamp, ring light. It does all the same things that you see this one does right here, where it changes lights, but this is only a 10-inch, So this one is pretty cheap, but it's just not, for me personally, it's not enough light, but it does give like a nice side glow. So again, if you're wondering, well, how do you get your room to glow like that? Well, this is how. RGB lights. So do you need this when you're starting out? No, not necessarily, but it's fun, right? It's fun to have nice stuff. And I think this one was like $23 or something. But then of course you have the RGB lights like you see over there, the floodlights. You can get those from like 30, 40 to 60 bucks to put in Aura. I have more of those set over there behind the pillows. You know, floodlights. You don't have to spend a whole bunch of money. It's just about placement. And something else I like are my my Vanity Lights. They give like a soft glow. So yeah, those are awesome. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, back to the RGB lights for the newer lights. Those are really cool. I like those. And something else that makes life so much easier when you're a cam model and a streamer even, are the stands. So you see the stand that the light is on, that one in particular. Again, that's a newer product. So if you don't want to deal with tripods taking up a ton of floor space, yeah, my dog, he drops his toys anywhere. He's the king of the castle. You can get little things like this with a clamp on it. And this one was inexpensive. It's like about 22 bucks. But be careful. There are some that will try to like bulk the price up and it gets really ridiculous. But yeah, I'm going to link to where you can find this on Amazon for like $22. You can put a camera on it. You can put a boom mic on it or whatever. So yeah, talking about audio. This is my Yeti mic. Now, do you need a Yeti mic? Do you need a boom mic necessarily? Not exactly, but I do a lot of ASMR and, you know, voiceovers and stuff. So it comes in hand. I like putting that on my clamp right here. Another little inexpensive thing for your camera, your devices. Because basically it's a shotgun mic, and the way it works is it has to be directly in front of your face. Now you can get one from Rode. You can get Shure, but that is way more expensive. But I've tested it out between Rode mics and Yeti, and personally, this is my favorite. I feel like it has a better quality, it has a great noise cancellation and so forth, but it doesn't pick up music. If you hear music in the background, it's because, again, I'm recording on my Pixel 5 and I'm listening to copyright-free music from Streamlabs. Harris Heller, I think his name is. He has a company where he creates music for mostly people for Twitch. But like, hell yeah, you know how it is, y'all. We're like the MVPs, the pioneers of streaming cam models, but we don't get all of our accolades, so forth. So you can use that too for your clips and your videos, like stuff like this. So yeah, so that's my Yeti mic. It's on a clamp stand. I think I paid like about 17 bucks for those. I got like a couple of those laying around. And then my newest for my DSLR, it's a 3-arm double strand clamp. Now you'll see these things from Manfrotto and they usually go for like $150 or something like that. Well, no, this is not a Manfrotto. This is Impact. You can get it from BH Photos. And what's so great about this, because you see how it's like back and forth there, partially pushed back. So let's say you have a mic and you feel like it's just too close. You can untwist these things and move it and maneuver it. And you can move it forward, backwards. I mean, it's just such a godsend. And then you can, but it also, sorry, my camera got interrupted some kind of way. I got cut off. So where were we? We were talking about my Impact stand, the 3-armed sliding stand here. It looks like a Manfrotto, but it's not. It's just like it, but a fraction of the cost. I think I paid like 75 bucks because it comes with a stand. You have to also get the Superclamp, which is down there. And then you'll also need to get the camera mount. Now, if you see that little skinny part for the camera, that's like a ball head I took off of like a a mini tabletop tripod, which gives it a little bit more flexibility to move around, okay? So yeah, this is like my new toy and I love it because sometimes when you get a lens, some lenses need to be set back further, like if you have like a 30 millimeter or so forth. I have like a 16 millimeter, but I also have a 30 millimeter that I really love, but it has to be pushed further back. So this is one way you deal with that. Also, correction, when I was talking about the copyright free music, it's StreamBeats, not Streamlabs. So it's StreamBeats from Harris Heller. So you're probably wondering, do I need a DSLR camera when I'm starting out? No, you don't. You don't necessarily need it. But like after a few years, and if you want to up your quality, your stream, you might want to think about it. And it's really not that expensive because if you look here, here's my C920. I put it on the top of my TV. And yeah, I still use that. You know, I still use it. I record with it. They're like about $54 now, but I think during the Panasonic that we're all dealing with right now is that they raised the price on those things. So it got to a point where it was like, shit, if I'm paying $200, $300 for this, then I might be able to get like a DSLR camera. And there's sites like BH Photo, you can get something used. You might have technology laying around that you can trade in. Like this is a Canon T7i that I got after trading in a couple of cameras, and it was like crazy cheap, you know? So something to think about. And do you need a Yeti mic? No, again, not necessarily. So another great mic to have would be, what is this called? I still use this too. The Yeti, the Blue Yeti. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot what that was called. But here's a Blue Yeti mic. This is like standard, the gold standard for cam models. So you can get one of these. It's a step up from your laptop camera and microphone. Hopefully you don't have to use that for too long, but those go for around 75 to $100 depending on what website you go on. So this is still a really good mic. These mics are great if you want to pick up music and a certain like ambiance or whatever. But yeah, a shotgun mic like what I have right now, what I use for clips and ASMR, this is better because it's just like more centralized and so forth. So now that we're talking about audio, let me show you something else that I did, because this room had a hell of a echo. Even though I have a big cushy bed, carpet and everything, it still had like a reverb, a echo, because this entire wall was empty. So I started doing my research and I looked at like the audio foam thingies that you can get put on your wall. And I remember just thinking like, that shit is so boring because they're like all like octagon shapes and honeycomb shapes and everyone looked the same. So I was just like, I don't really know if I want that on my wall. So then I found these. So these are two different partitions. I'm going to link them in the bottom, but like if you see the watercolor, like muted colors, those are audio panels. They're a little more dense, but you can get them where they have like printed art pieces on them. And then I got the deep purple ones for foam. And then I put those up on the wall and it took care of the echo in the room. It drowned out a lot of sound and it just made things a lot better because, I mean, I like clear visuals, videos and stuff like that. But if you're in a space and you're like, guys are like, oh, you sound like a squawk box or something like that, you might want to change out your audio. You definitely want to try to get away from using the audio from your webcam. Like, I mean, not everyone does that, but like the webcam audio is just like, it sucks, you know? So move over to something like this. There's a Blue Yeti, and then they have like another, a lower level one. I think it's the Snowflake. Try that. And if you still have problems with your space and it's like an echo and everything's too loud and a reverb, then you might want to think about filling in those spaces. Like, I'm probably eventually going to put something there, but it's probably because there's just too much open wall to bounce off of. Curtains can help and so forth. See, again, remember how like the RGB light, the blue aura, cotton candy aura to the white light. And what's great about this RGB light, sorry, I'm just like all over the place, is that not only does it do this, but you can do like pinks, purples, oranges, anything you can think of. You can even do your cool white light if you want something like this, or if you want a tungsten gold light. You can change it all up. But I just keep it on this right now because, I don't know, it's easier, and to flip that around and touch with it is like a tight spot. So even though I'm happy with the space, it still has a few tweaking to, you know, things that I need to tweak and make it perfect. But that's kind of like an ongoing thing. Everything is constantly changing, like, you know. So anyways, I just wanted to do this video because I just get a lot of questions, and I just wanted to be able to help people out. And I don't know, it makes it exciting because you like your space, you like where you're working, you'll put more effort into it, I believe. I truly believe, because I've been doing this shit for so long. I always say I've been doing it for 10 years, but the truth is it's probably more like 15 or 16. And I remember the days where I was doing like, you know, laptop cameras, tabletop, like lamps like that, like, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that. But like, when I started to invest, spend money, I started making more money. And you don't have to do it all at once. You just slowly build up to it, and you take pride in your job and so forth. So anyways, I am Taja Ethereal. I am with Bullet Models, a daily pay studio where you can make money working from home. You can do cash advances. You can get pay stubs, so forth. So like if you're trying to rent an apartment, get a loan for a car, et cetera, et cetera. So it makes it easier for people like us who work in an industry that kind of turns their noses up at us and they just don't want to let us in sometimes. Bullet Models will help you. And, you know, you can work multiple sites. Like you can work on ManyVids, you can work on StreamMeats, you can work on MyFreeCams, Chatterbait, Strip Chat, all of the main sites. We have them in our network, and like we'll put all your money together. So instead of waiting for $100 before you get a payout, we'll take whatever you earned that day, put it all together, and pay you on the next payday via direct deposit or whatever. So yeah, take it, you know, a little visit to bulletmodels.com and see what we're all about. If you have any questions, ask down below. I'm going to include links to all of the things I talked about today. And also you can follow us on Twitter at Bullet Models. And you can also hit me up on Twitter at Taja Ethereal. And I will be more than happy to answer any of your questions. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye-bye.